survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship. It's been getting quite busy.
Hey, guess who's here?
Oh, no way! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Ah, Traveler, welcome. Good to see you. What can I get for you?
We want some blackback perch stew.
All right, blackback perch stew it is. Make yourselves at home. It'll be right out for you in just a moment.
Thanks, Chef Mal.
I was just thinking about you guys, and now you're here! It feels like you heard my call and came running.
You mean you were about to come looking for us?
Uh-huh. There's something I want to discuss with you guys. Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here? Everyone...
Moonchase Festival? Is that another one of Liyue's ancient traditions?
That's right! Moonchase is a big festival where we celebrate the arrival of the fall by moonlight. The old folks say that thousands of years ago, this was the time of the year when the Adepti would seek the way. But it's completely different nowadays. We eat our favorite foods, spend time with friends and relatives, enjoy the moon and the flowers. So much easier. Basically, we just do all the things that people like doing and don't take a whole lot of effort.
Sounds like Paimon's kind of festival.
With your great taste in food, Moonchase Festival is sure to be to your like.
Hey, if you got a problem with Paimon's taste, just spit it out.
So are you guys free these days? I'm taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs. If possible, I'd like you to be my culinary consultants.
That's right. Getting some suggestions from friends will broaden your horizons.
Masterful chefs, huh? So is that like a competition?
Right, yeah! I guess you probably haven't heard about it before. Every year, Moonchase Festival has a different theme, usually picked by the keqing. This year's theme is Feast of the Bounteous Land, so the keqing decided to organize a cooking competition.
Feast of the Bounteous Land. Pretty much sums up what Liyue is all about. Great theme.
I totally agree. I heard it was Ningguang that came up with it. She's so amazing and so full of mystery. Well, I want to take part in the competition. Coming up with new dishes is hard work. By the time you finally thought of something, cooked it, taste tested it, it can be hard to judge whether you're really into something or not. And so, I was thinking, I could get the two of you to help by gathering everyone's thoughts on what makes a great dish. I really want to think outside the box this time. And to do that, I'm going to need lots of different ideas from lots of different people.
This'll be a piece of cake. We've got friends from all over the map, haven't we?
You sound pretty confident.
Well, you know, not to brag or anything. But first things first, let's have a delicious one-man meal. After that, we can go around to all of our friends in Liyue and get their ideas one by one.
Okay, great. Also, gouba should be back soon, so we can all go together.
Here's your blackback perch stew, folks.
It smells so good.
It's my pleasure.
That was so delicious. Theory confirmed, this is definitely chili pepper weather.
Xiangling can be a bit of a handful, so please look out for her while you're out and about.
Come on, Dad. Why would you say that?
Because I know you all too well, my dear. That's why. You mustn't be quite so reckless when you're out in the wild, you understand?
Don't worry, we're all friends here. Let's all look out for each other.
Ah, and Gouba's back. Roly-poling around as usual.
All right, let's pack up and head out.
and tasty chop suey!
So, it's outside the box thinking that we're looking for, right? Hutao always seems to have a unique perspective, so let's make this our first stop.
What? My ears are burning. Did somebody say my name? Yeah, it's Paimon and the Traveler. Oh, and Xiangling, too.
Oh, of course, Hutao! Way outside the box.
Meaning you're here for some other reason, right? How might I be of assistance?
Well, Hutao, I wanted to ask you, what kind of food do you like?
What food I like? Off the top of my head, I don't really have an answer.
Wow, so even Hutao gets lost for words sometimes. Paimon sure didn't see that coming.
Come on, even the chirpiest birds clock out for the night, right? I'm no different.
Pretty sure clocking out isn't something birds do.
Right! There's no need to overcomplicate it. Just pick a dish and tell me what you like about it. I'm doing some market research. I see. Launching a new dish? Well, let me say right off the bat, nothing weird, okay? Some poached fish, a side of shrimp dumplings. That is all you need. Poached fish and shrimp dumplings? That's a bit ordinary, isn't it? Well, it is and it isn't. Think about it. Poached fish is hot and spicy with a powerful aroma. It's a dynamic dish. Add a side of shrimp dumplings, and there's your static component. Got it? Dynamic? Oh, I can do dynamic. Mushroom slime stew, No, not that kind of dynamic. A dish is more than substance, it's a mood. Poached fish is red and spicy. It elicits a response from the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. That's why I call it dynamic. Shrimp dumplings are more subdued, clear and smooth with a pure and subtle fragrance. I call that static. Combining dynamic and static is how you create a perfectly balanced meal. A union between opposite but complementary features coexisting in perfect harmony.
Paimon didn't follow that at all. But at the same time, it kinda sounded smart, so...
Okay, dynamic and static. Opposite but complementary.
So is this just another way of saying you should keep everything balanced? You know, a little meat, a little veggie, a little salt, a little sugar?
Bingo! Except I don't think you need to have a sweet dish for it to be a complete meal. Personally, I always skip dessert.
Okay, I think I got it. At first I thought you were just goofing around, but actually you make a really good point. How did I ever doubt you, Hutao? Thanks! When it comes to telling tales, the storytellers have got nothing on Hutao.
Sounds suspiciously like a compliment to me. Uh-huh. Well, at least one of you gets it. Everything in this world runs on its own set of principles, be it the circle of life or sugar and spice. You either get it or you don't.
Since the Traveler seems to approve, I'll make sure to factor it in. Paimon thinks we're pretty much done here now. Let's head to Boo Boo Pharmacy next.
Boo Boo Pharmacy? Yeah, you'll definitely get some interesting responses over there.
So this is the thrill of adventure.
Thank you so very much.
let's move out.
Oh, it's you. Is everything okay?
Why, if it isn't the special guest who seldom visit. Less busy than usual, I see.
Yikes! What happened to Baishu's voice?
Excuse me? The neck.
Oh, it's just Changsheng.
Welcome, welcome. Here to procure an herbal remedy, I presume?
No. We actually came for the conversation this time. We're here to talk food.
I'm entering this year's cooking competition, so I wanted to ask you both. Oh, wait, there's 3 of you. I wanted to ask the 3 of you what kind of food you like. Most astutely self-corrected. We shall surely supply our assistance.
You need to know what food I like? It's all the same. No flavor.
Chi-Chi has some gustatory dysfunction and can't taste any food. Make no mistake, she's not being uncooperative.
Oh, I understand. That's fine. Still, I'd expect Chi-Chi to have some sort of dietary preferences, though. There must be some dishes that you like the sensation of.
Sensation? Yes, there's one. Coconut milk. Nice and cold.
Well, that doesn't help us. It's not a dish, it's a drink.
How about you two? Any thoughts? I like bite-sized morsels of meat.
I agree with Changsheng. Many of our patients are the elderly and young children. They find large chunks of fowl or seafood difficult to swallow and digest. Dishes where the ingredients have been finely chopped, on the other hand, are far more suitable for them. We also see plenty of people with colds and sore throats who find it difficult to eat rich food. From a purely pharmaceutical perspective, I tend to recommend soups and stews.
Got it. Would that be medicinal soups and stews?
Medicinal soup. I don't like it.
I must apologize for having such a one-track mind. It's a little difficult to think about food without worrying about the health implications these days. We've had quite the endless stream of patients recently. If you ask me, I think the changing weather is to blame.
That's okay. Everyone's input counts. Keeping it seasonal and suitable for all.
Medicinal dishes have higher demands in terms of nutritional balance than the kind of food I normally cook. I don't usually focus on medicinal properties, but since this is for a competition, maybe I can score more points by taking both flavor and function into account.
Food with substance. Always better. Everyone will like it.
It's a great suggestion. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. As long as we could help.
It's great to have a doctor's unique perspective. I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, how you flatter me.
Receptivity to sensible suggestions make for a savvy chef.
Oh, she is! Creating new dishes is Xiangling's favorite thing to do. You can be sure she'll put lots of care and attention into it.
Everyone's got their hobbies, and mine is cooking. Usually I just go with my own ideas, but having a whole new perspective this time is sure to make a big difference to the end result.
Great! That makes this whole trip worth it. All right, time to move on to the next. So we've got an independent thinker's perspective and a health perspective. Next, Paimon thinks we should probably talk to some picky eaters.
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon. And Xiangling.
Greetings, friends. It's been a while.
Hey, what brings you here?
Has something happened?
What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, keqing. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Huh? Well, for starters, keqing is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when an By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume. Then let me invite the great seafarer Captain Beto to tell the story, if she would be so kind.
You... Fine. Well, it's a big one, right? And such a smooth surface, too. Makes you think there's gotta be a good chunk of jade in there.
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years, so the erosion will be what's given it that smooth finish.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a...
So, what's inside it?
Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on.
No weapon could smash it open. Wow.
Keqing has taken an unusually keen interest in this giant.
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here? Were you...
Actually, we were looking for all of you. We need all hands on deck here.
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
No, nothing like that. Paimon's just getting carried away.
Food preferences? That...
I have rather simple tastes. Precise, pure, smart.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words. Is that insufficiently simple for you?
A few weeks out on the open ocean would fix your flawed definition of simplicity, let me tell you that.
What about you, Beto?
Me? If it's freshly cooked and piping hot, that floats my boat. If it's got a little chili pepper in there too, I'm one very happy...
Paimon thought you would have said bar food.
As for me, it's got to be seafood.
Okay, got it. So, seafood, piping hot, and that's where I would disagree. Traveler, surely you've heard of golden shrimp balls.
Oh my, they're my favorite.
You need to wash and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips. They're very precisely put together. They taste pure. The presentation is smart.
Huh. So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trips...
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example. Their essence lies in combining art and nutrition in a single package.
Okay, got it. So keqing loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that. Did I?
No.
Alrighty. Thanks for all your input. I'll be sure to take it.
Traveler, Paimon, do you have anything planned after this? Good. I'd like you to help me investigate something. It's about this stone.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate stuff all the time.
My thoughts exactly. The keqing has a public duty to deliver our final verdict to the fishermen, but there are also some things I would like to investigate on a personal level. I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's roots. My grandfather was a researcher of liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the Stove God in ancient Liyue, which people paid tribute to at a certain time of the year. Very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title held by the Lord of Geo. One folktale even claims that the ancients found the Stove God's shrine, but there was no statue, only a huge, smooth slab of stone. Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. This stone here has all the same features, so I suspect it could be. After many years of researching ancient texts, my grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying seasonal tribute to the Stove God may be best described, but this is all just theory and conjecture. To prove any of it, we'd need to start by Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, his successor should continue to respect our nation's culture and tradition. That's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shed light on our history, revitalize. It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central theme for this year's festival.
3 birds with 1 stone, huh? That's pretty efficient, even for...
Hey, don't worry about that. This sounds super important, so don't mind me. Besides, we're only... Wait a second. I got it!
What? Why are you shouting?
Keqing, can I tag along for your investigation?
But...
Since it's all about the Stove God, I might get to learn something useful about cooking along the way. It'll be great inspiration for me in the competition. Please, let me come along, I promise.
If it means that much to you.
Really? Yay! Thank you so...
Now that that's settled, time to get going. Qingsa Village is said to be home to a lot...
Alright, then it's off to Qingsa. Hi, Granny. We need your help with something. Are there any old books around Qingsa Village?
Oh, looking for ancient text. There is an old warehouse over there, property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Paimon didn't know they had a warehouse here. Let's go take a...
Help! Ah, I'm being robbed!
It came from that direction. Come on! Hey!
Picked the wrong test subject.
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks to all of you. Hey, wait a minute. You're the traveler, aren't you? And you're with...
We'll try not to take up too much of your time. I understand that this book warehouse is the property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Could you advise whether we might find any text relating to the Stove God in this?
The Stove God?
Huh? Real?
Yeah. A friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. We use stoves for... Some people think that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo. And that's why they call him the Stove God.
Seems logical enough. But Do you have any books on the topic?
I'm sorry, I'd have to ask the...
Oh, any questions? Please, ask away.
Hey, it's Chongyun and Xingqiu.
Hello, one and all.
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading. And then I thought, why not bring Chongyun along too?
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
I see the Yuheng keqing is with you. Whatever brings you here must surely be a matter of grave importance.
Master Xingqiu, if I may be so bold, do you happen to know if there are any texts on the subject of the stove god among this collection?
Since I personally selected which volumes to store here, I do have some recollection of their content. If my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called...
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way. Sheng, I will take care of things here. You're free to go about your own...
They're back! So did you find it?
Yes, Master Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying the legends of Liyue does indeed mention the stove god. However, it says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun, and...
The body of a dragon? The stories about Rex...
That much is true. But this is the only passage in the whole book. If we want to find out more, there's nothing further to discover here. It seems we'll have...
I come from a long lineage of exorcists, and our family too has amassed a number of ancient texts. Now that you mention the stove god, I seem to recall reading somewhere that this...
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given topic... I apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land, all things that existed here in the past. Thank you all. We will continue our investigation elsewhere.
Ah, hold up. I had a question too. Xingqiu, Chongyun, could you tell me what kind of food you like?
Food? Oh no. You're not thinking of taking part in the masterful...
Yeah, I totally am.
Xiangling, this is a major event. I beg you, please don't cook anything strange.
What do you mean, strange?
Mushroom slime stew, to give one example.
Okay, fair enough. That dish isn't my most popular. But that's why I'm doing all this research.
Well, in that case, I like cold food.
That's because you can't handle hot and spicy, right?
Yes, you're...
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes with minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and...
No surprises from the Gugua Geek.
Okay, another mild child. Got it.
These are just personal preferences, and everyone's are quite different. Are you sure this eclectic mix of opinions will be of any use?
Of course! You're my customers, and putting a smile on customers...
Though Xiangling's market research blade stabs often into the dark, her heart never...
If anyone can win hearts and minds with their cooking, it's gotta be someone like...
No, where's all this praise? Sorry for holding you all up.
Over to you, keqing. Wait.
So we've learned the stove god allegedly made an appearance at the Guili assembly. But today that Wangshu Inn is close by, so let's stop off there on the way over and...
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways. May your journey be as...
Yes, best of luck. If you run into any difficulties, come and find...
Let's go! Next stop, Wangshu Inn!
Respect must be given to the will of every creature.
Traveler, who are...
Friends of ours! Allow Paimon to introduce Xiangling, gouba, and
keqing? Of the Qixing? She's
Hi.
It's not that. It's... I mean, I'm just your typical commoner. I've never met someone as...
Look at that strong body, those powerful hands, and honest eyes. This guy...
So, is there something I can help you with? You've come a long...
Let me fill you in.
Oh, okay.
Legends claim that the Stove God once appeared at the Guili Assembly. As Wang Shuin is the oldest extant building in this area, any historical texts from around these parts are likely to have ended up here. Is there a room in this inn for storing books? And if there is, do any of them mention the Stove God?
Well, now that you mention it, we do have a fair few ancient texts here. I remember looking through an old recipe book once. I just need to remember where they're... If you're happy to wait here for a few minutes, I'll go have... Oh, Traveler, there's some...
What is it? We need to pay up or something?
What? No, I wouldn't take your money. We're all friends here. I just wanted to ask if you had the time to...
A satisfying salad? What for?
Yeah, guy who hangs out on the roof terrace, you know? Good-looking fella, not too tall.
Shh! Don't you think he can hear?
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe. The boss told me to take care of him, but this guy, let me tell you, he is... But the boss tells me you once made him a satisfying salad, and it all went down so well. So...
Oh, so this is for show! You guys really look after him, huh?
Well, that's life, right? You gotta look out for your own people. All right then, wait right here. I'll be just 1 minute.
Clock is ticking! 59, 50...
Sorry for the trouble, Traveler. Okay.
Here you are.
Thank you ever so much.
While keqing's reading her book, let's make that satisfying salad. Xiangling, what are you gonna do?
I'd love to come watch too, but I don't want to get in the way.
Okay.
Go ahead and get started. I'll just watch from over here.
That should do it.
All right, thanks for that. I think I've got...
You got all the steps down, right?
Of course. Don't forget, I am the best
Let's go see what keqing and Xiangling are up to. Keqing, Xiangling, we're back!
You finished cooking? Good timing. We finished our reading too.
And? Useful? Or no?
Useful. There is a passage concerning the Stove God, and it's not what we were expecting. I quote, 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. Many were settled there, where they hunted in groups, farmed the land, and made their living from what the soil yielded. When the Stove God descended, one god became many, all of which were the height of children. As does a star when it descends into the world, so the Stove God went out among the common folk and taught. This is a radically different account from the one given in demystifying the
One god became many.
Taking the text at face value.
Went out among the common folk and taught...
Now that's a god who truly...
So, we've got 2 leads, but they...
By continuing our investigation and reserve... Thank you for this text, Yan Xiao.
It's my pleasure, really. Think nothing of it. Listen, you've helped me an awful lot.
Wow, he sure sounds confident, and I really want to try his cooking. I say we take him up on his offer.
It's hard to refuse a generous offer like that. Yan Xiao, we await your culinary creations with great anticipation.
I won't disappoint.
Would you be interested in some moon gazing? I'd recommend the top floor of Wang Shu Inn. The scenery there is unmatched.
Let's move out.
Everybody, please be seated!
You think you own the place.
I'll sit here with gouba.
Here we are. That's everything you ordered.
I've met my fellow finalist!
It smells beautiful!
Strange. I never would have guessed that such a gifted chef worked here. This inn isn't particularly known for its food.
Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn, but the fact is it's much more than that. Please enjoy your meal at your leisure. I should get back to work now.
Yanxiao, are you taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs?
Huh? You too?
Yup, I've signed up already, and I've got my eyes on the prize. Your cooking's delicious, Yanxiao. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the final.
Huh. Interesting. All right, I'll see you there.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
No, it seemed more sportsmanlike than that.
Yup, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent, and it showed he has a level-headed personality. That's the kind of chef that I haven't had any competitive cooking experience since my cook-off with Brooke in Springvale. You're too kind. Gouba, what are you doing?
Gouba's eating the...
Those were keqings! How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Oh, my golden shrimp balls.
Huh?
You ate every last one? Ugh, Gouba, we've been through this. When we're with friends, you gotta be on your best behavior, okay? I'm so sorry, keqing.
What's the big deal? We can just get another plate. After all, it's Yanxiao's treat today.
It's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go... The dining experience is a trinity of emotion, food...
I have to say, now that you mention it, that is a very
I'm gonna make it up to you, keqing. Is there anything you want to eat? Anything at all. Whatever...
I don't have high hopes for this. But equally, I don't want her feeling guilty. If you insist, there is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me. It's an old recipe from my grandfather's notes.
No problem. May I see it?
I'll get it to you when we're back in Liyue Harbor. Traveler, have you finished eating? Before we do anything else, let's head back to Liyue Harbor. I need to fetch something.
After peak season, nothing's...
I need to go home to fetch my grandfather's notes. Let's meet at Wanmin Restaurant later.
Great! I'll go get everything ready. Traveler, what about you? Are you gonna do your own...
I actually have something to discuss with him.
Okay, gotcha.
Traveler, come here for a moment. I need your advice on something. What do I need to do to get along with Xiang...
Seriously? That's what's
What's so strange about it?
You're super smart, and you're always so sure of yourself.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Xiangling's always so warm and friendly with me. I'm just not used to dealing with people who are so warm. Oh, noted.
Huh. What's making keqing so self-conscious?
Grab a seat. I'm just running through my ingredients to see what I'm missing.
Oh, we're gonna do this now?
What is it?
But this is your idea! Why you gotta dump it on Paimon? Ugh. Okay, so back at Longshu Inn, we noticed you and keqing were getting along pretty well.
Yup. Keqing's good-natured and easy to be around. The kind of person everyone wants to know.
You're a braver person than Paimon. The first time we met keqing, Paimon found her...
You think so? I remember thinking straight away that she was really easy to get along with. Didn't you see her sneaking treats to gouba back at Wangshu Inn?
Yeah, she's great. We know that now. We're just talking...
First impressions? Oh, okay.
We've eaten shellfish before, but I don't think we've ever...
Oh, you're missing out. I'll grill some for you another time. But anyway, keqing's like a shellfish. Maybe a little closed off not to mention that even after her favorite food was stolen away, she was still happy looking after...
You make a good point. You know, Xiangling's intuition for people seems really spot on. Is that why she took a like...
All right, let's see. We're okay for carrots and crab, and we still got some ham...
Huh? What was that noise?
What's going on? What the... That bird is huge!
Ah, it's the ladybird!
Excuse me, one shall not be addressed in such a manner. One shall be known as Adeptus, whose name should you...
Cloud Retainer. That does sound like an Adeptus name.
Well spoken. One shall let this young lady's enlightened words. A while it has indeed been, traveler. Does one surmise correctly that you hasten hither to partake in the moonchase festival? Ah, so even the illustrious traveler has been summoned to attend the moonchase festival. As expected.
The theme? You mean Feast of the Bounteous Land?
The very same. Moonchase festival falls during the season when many cooking ingredients are ripe. Hence, it is a fitting time to enjoy the finest of foods. One noticed the relative pomp and ceremony with which this year's... Let it be known that one's culinary proficiency and ingenuity is uncontested in all the world. Thus does one...
A supreme cuisine what?
What's a supreme cuisine machine?
Patience. One's purpose here today is to meet and to greet. Nothing. Traveler, you are one who has witnessed much of the culinary world. When the day comes...
Oh, so we're officially invited?
That which is implicitly understood needs no... I shall say no more and dwell here no longer. Await my word. Be there or beware.
This bird always disappears just as quickly as she shows up. Wait, not bird, Adeptus.
She seemed like someone very prestigious and very talented at cooking.
She definitely loves...
What are you all huddled together over here for? The Adeptus left already.
Yay! Keqing's back!
Sorry I kept you waiting, Xiangling. This is the recipe from my grandfather's notes. They're not in the best Unfortunately, the texts my grandfather worked with were very old. Usually faded, damaged, or both. Some parts are missing from this recipe, too. Do you think you'll...
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. Give me some time. I need to look into it.
Sorry for the trouble.
You're all here?
That voice sounds familiar.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation. I was in the area buying a few things, and I heard the disturbance, so I felt compelled to come take a look.
You mean Cloud Retainer? I saw her too. She just suddenly showed up right in the middle of the street. Whatever adeptal power that was, she...
Lady Keqing, you saw her too? Do you, have a moment? I need to discuss something with you.
What is it, Ganyu? Has something urgent come up while I've been out?
No, it's nothing work-related. I wanted to ask about,
A personal matter? Involving me? Surely I haven't done...
Please, Lady Keqing? This is really important to me. I noticed Cloud Retainer was here for quite a while. Did she...
About your childhood?
What? Really? I was getting really worried. Once she gets talking to people...
Your name didn't even come up, so you've nothing to worry about.
Keqing, how are you not asking a bunch of questions right now?
Please, no, don't do that to me.
Of course not. Whatever it is, I'm not curious and I'm not going to ask. If Ganyu has a secret and she wishes to keep it that way, nobody should make it their business to try and get it out of her. That's just basic decency.
Yes, ma'am. Paimon will never bring it up again.
Keqing, thank you. You're so...
What's that got to do with... Honestly...
Oh my, you're right. I should. Okay, everyone. Please excuse me. I should get back to work now.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Don't worry, Ganyu.
Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.
Just ignore her.
Hey, everyone! I just had an idea. It only occurred to me when that Adeptus showed up. Do you...
Ooh, could be.
I don't want to assert either way. But it seems...
In that case, we should go ask the Adepti about it.
Master? You mean your teacher is an Adeptus?
Uh-huh. She's over at Eugene Terrace.
Hello, xiangling.
Madam Ping is Xiangling's master?
I did not expect that.
Master, how are you keeping these days? Are you well?
Oh, very well, thank you. What a surprise it is that you all had the time to come and visit.
Hello.
Master, we came here because we have a question for you. Do you know about the Stove God?
Of course I know the Stove God.
Does this mean you know them personally?
Ah, I see. It's the Moonchase Festival, isn't it? How interesting. So you came to hear some stories about the Stove God.
That's right. We're investigating something that happened recently.
I see. The great stone surfaces. I must commend your guesswork this far. I did. Moonchase was originally a rite observed by the Adepti, not something on nights when the moon. Later, Rex Lapis.
Rex Lapis.
That friend made many. I can only presume that the Stove God
In the hands of Rex Lapis, our nation's traditions were faithfully upheld.
Ah, Keqing, I simply won't allow you to be so down on yourself. Nothing would delight Rex Lapis more than to know that those who follow...
Thank you.
Lady Keqing.
Huh?
Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang wishes to speak with you.
Ningguang's looking for me? Must be important. Please excuse me, everyone.
There she goes.
Do you want to know who Rex Lapis's friend was?
Oh! Hi, guys!
Yes, precisely. There are few genuine coincidences in the world. The Stove God was a good friend of mine, too. What a pity it is that the god is now gone, both.
How could that happen?
It is to everyone's regret that the Stove God...
Really? Master, you must miss the Stove God a lot, right?
Yes. I'm pleasantly surprised. Unfortunately, however, Keqing's grandfather once
You knew Keqing keqing's grand.
Of course. I count all grandparent and grandchild are definitely made from the same mold. Both diligent enough to take on anything and bold enough. I like to think of liyue as my own little potted, for new blossoms must bloom. My dears, you are absolutely right. I should like to see the stone.
You're all here. I was just about to send someone to fetch you.
Keqing, has the stone undergone any changes?
A crack has appeared in one corner, but we still can't tell what's in.
What happened? Did someone chip it while...
More likely a natural occurrence. Our weapons have had no effect on it.
How would a natural occurrence crack it up?
This is because the stove god draws power from the actions of the masses.
All the books say the
Statues draw power from... Ningguang and I chose Feast of the Bounteous Land.
Plus, a lot of families have reunion feasts around this time.
So if the stone cracked because liyue started getting...
That's gotta be it!
Well...
Okay, the fact that cooking isn't... The selection phase of masterful chefs will be held indoors and seen by only a few people.
And when the finals end...
It's definitely a possibility.
Well, I've already signed up.
Yes, for a chef as accomplished as yourself, getting to the finals should be a breeze.
All this talk of cooking competitions is making Paimon